I'm good. I'm good. You can hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear,
All right,
man.
cool.
What's up, man? Good,
What's
always good to
good,
talk to
three?
my real estate, man. Listen,
What's good? What's good? How
it's
you?
been a couple of days. I'm doing good. It's been a couple of days now from the battle, man. What's the reception or the feedback you getting back from the battle, man?
Man, I'm getting every kind of feedback in the world. Yeah, yo, the internet is not a real place, bro.
It's not a real
I
place.
got,
Real sick. It's really not.
bro.
It's not right.
I got off stage, and everybody's like, "Yo, battle of the night, battle of the night." You know what I
Mm,
mean? Yeah, that was crazy. Good shit. And then I go online, and people are acting like I died. And I was like, hey, yo, what the fuck? In real life, everybody's like, you know, if people have rock winning, they said it was a good battle.
mm,
There was a lot of people that came up to me and they was like, you might have got the first and the third,
mm.
but in the building, that was Rock's room and all of that.
Right.
That's generally what I got was basically everything when I was preparing. I was like, all right, it's gonna go like this. I've seen a lot of people kind of say that too, but yeah, I mean, in the building, the reception was Battle of the Night next to Unison Chess. Maybe Unison Chess might have been the Battle of the Night.
Mm,
But me and Rock was a good back and forth because everything else was a little more, I heard, was a little more like one sided and shit.
mm.
But but yeah, bro, you get online and it's like, I was like, damn, what
Listen,
battle was y'all watching, man?
you didn't get 3-0 chance like some other cats got 3-0 chance. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because the crowd didn't feel like that.
Mm.
That's why I'm saying like, all right, let's start it with this.
Okay.
Rock went crazy. Rock went ballistic. Shout out to Rock. That was a master class. But like,
Why did you go first? Why
I'm
did
not.
you go first? Get, brother.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm getting there.
Get.
AO3.
Yes, sir.
It would have been worse if I went second.
Word.
Yes.
So
So
educate me.
this is the part nobody's getting. All right.
All right.
This is in my prep. I'm telling you.
All right.
Like everything that happens on the stage is part of my prep. So Rock is returning to New York since Hollow. He
Jesus,
hasn't battled in New York since Hollow.
that's crazy.
Now we can talk about this, right?
Mhm.
In my prep, I'm like, yo, the minute he says, "Hey yo," crowd's going nuts, right? The minute he says, "Hey yo," the crowd's going nuts. He's
Mhm.
gonna have the crowd. This is actually something I learned from battling somebody like Shot.
Okay.
When you let people with this much momentum go first,
Mhm.
you're gonna be fighting back the whole battle. You
Mm.
know what I mean?
Okay.
To where my first round wouldn't have got the love that it got if I went after Rock. I
Mm.
went first. I don't know how it looked on camera. In the building, every 4 bars, they was going crazy for it, my
Sick
boy.
hands on rock. We in the Mecca, the party, the first door. You had the rock chop cheese bar. You know what I mean? X-ray looking like a subway map. Yeah, I'm
Bro,
listening, my
every
brother. I'm
four, there
listening.
was one bar, there was only one bar I think I had that they didn't get.
The Yabba
Uh,
Dabba Doo.
no, 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 that was the second. That
I was
was the
like, come on.
second. In the first, there was one I had the Egypt. I draw a chopper on rock in a cave, the hieroglyphics bar.
Right.
That was like something that I just loved. I knew every time I'm rehearsing, I was like, nobody's gonna get this on first watch. I should just like, but I was like, I love this bar so much.
Right.
But everything else got reception. The
Okay.
seatbelt bar, the flip on the seatbelt bar, the it's me, bro, the fast flow shit, the every four I was hitting in that first. You could look at interviews from like I seen Eunice was talking about it because he was on stage. I'm wilding in that first. I know when I'm prepping, that's the only round I'm gonna get to set the tone. If I let him go first and he does and his round goes the way that it goes, now he's setting this bar. He's returning to New York. He's put 15 years of work here. He's gonna set a bar that a new guy with 5 years in is not gonna be able to set
All
in the
right.
moment. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm like, I gotta go first so this first gets what it does. And then I also know my first round after his first round is gonna be a tough ass round. And
Okay.
then I know my third is gonna go to preference because of the shit we're talking about. He's gonna have punches, shit like that. I'm gonna be talking some real shit to him. So I know all of this. I know all of this. This shit worked almost exactly how I predicted it to. Where I was like, that's those are the two things you got to consider. Rapping after Rock is a dangerous thing for your whole, like, all your material. It's not
Well,
gonna
let me
get
ask you a question.
appreciated.
Are you in a situation where you damn if you do, damn if you don't almost with this in the
Well,
beginning?
yeah. I mean, look, there was no world where I thought the crowd that Rock's been performing in front of for 10 plus years is automatically gonna like me more, even though I'm right over the bridge. Like this was a battle for the fact I even yo. This is another thing that people aren't
All right.
considering because y'all just watching, right? In a lot of these situations when there's somebody returning, if a rapper goes before him, the crowd is going to be apprehensive to react. They're not going to want to react. You know what I mean? Because they're just waiting for the other guy to rap. I broke through that. There was no. You could tell in my first like 8 bars. There's some people that are like reacting because they're there to watch the battle, but I could see. There's rock fans in there that are trying not to react. By the chopped cheese bar, I had them. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Like by that
And
bar,
the seatbelt by the seatbelt too. I thought you wanted, you
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I mean, yeah, that was the end of the round. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. I got them on that in that whole first round
Mm.
because I broke through that wall of yo, Rock is returning. We want to see Rock. You know what I mean? Like his energy in the first is gonna be that. I know that round that Rock did is going either way. It's gonna be that no matter what. It's just I can control what my round is gonna sound like. That's why
Okay.
I have to go first. I have to
All
go
right.
first. Because then this first ain't gonna get appreciated if it goes right after Rock's return round. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay.
That's
All right.
that's where going first comes from. You know what I mean? And then I knew, when it comes to the second, now this is the first time I'm responding, you know what I mean, after his crazy round. This round is gonna be hard to get the crowd back on.
Did he go over the? All right. The first round, his round was longer than yours by a margin, right? Not by a margin, by a good.
Hey, I wrote 4 minute rounds, bro.
But we spoke about this, sick. We spoke about this before the
So
battle.
the fact,
Are you prepared?
I, I know. What? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think my first might have been 4:30,
Okay.
and all my others were four. So I
Okay.
wrote long rounds, bro. I wrote long rounds.
How long was
So he
Rock's
just
first
wrote
round in your
longer
opinion?
rounds.
In your opinion,
But
how long was Rock's first round in your opinion? I didn't clock it. I should have clocked it. My bad. I could have got bit.
oh nah, I mean his first. Well, I mean, I feel like all his rounds were a little longer. After
Five,
the
six.
battle, we was talking about. We was like, yo, how many bars were your first? And I think his was more than mine. I think every round because I had like 80 bars. You know what I mean? 70 bars. Like here, that's what my shit was, which is about 4 minutes, a little over that, whatever, right? But yeah, yeah. No, I mean he definitely rapped longer than me. Of course, that's how Rock raps.
Right, but is it hard to get a W over of a brother like that who's going longer than that, and especially if he's hitting on cylinders, or is it Mike? Okay, they love Rock, a smidge of gas, smidge of gas. Let's call it a smidge of gas. It's Tay Rock. He's deserved that. He's earned that. That's what he's done. You know what I mean? That's what he does, right?
Right.
How much does that play a part, though?
I mean, like, what was the first part of your question?
I apologize. Well, how can I say this? Let me repeat this again. The longer rounds, right? You have to be hitting on
Oh, yeah, yeah,
cylinders.
yeah. Does it help? Yeah, it
Yeah.
helps in the building for
All right.
somebody like Rock. Rock had
Mhm.
the building. Rock had the building. He won in the building for sure, 100%.
Okay.
Like that was Rock's room. Like he killed that shit.
Mhm.
There's a reason I think I saw Goods talking about something like this, to where Goods said he gave me the third.
Okay.
It's on his video, right?
Okay.
On his YouTube channel. Shout out to
Mhm.
Goods. That was a consensus around like around people in the building, some people online, shit like that. Because my round was still 3 4 minutes, something like that. It was a different topic altogether too. And then Rock's round just felt like a long, long round. You know what I mean? Like, so it could work in that favor. Like to where when you're watching a battle, if you like the shit I said in my third, You know what I mean? And he's coming back with just punches, and then the round is dragging or something like that. It could look like that. You know what I mean? So like, look, it's gonna come down to preference. You know what I mean? The first
Okay.
time somebody watches it, like y'all watched it live, the people in the building that thought Rock won. You know what I mean? He got more reaction. He performed better than me for sure, but he wasn't saying better shit than me. In
You
in
don't feel
my
that? You don't feel that way
in my opinion, I don't think he was saying better shit than me,
in all three
especially in
rounds, or
that.
how
What's
would you?
up?
How would you score in a battle?
I think watching the battle, I got the first and the third.
Okay.
I think
I
the
like your first
second.
round a lot though. I'm not gonna hold you. I like your first round. I know some people gave you the third. I know that. You know what's funny though? I saw people saying they gave you the second round too though.
Yeah, I seen that too. So you know what that means? It's a good ass battle. That means it's a good ass battle. Hey yo, look, don't get it confused just because
Okay.
I'm battling a Hall of Famer on Hall of
Right.
Fame sentence. All right. I'm
Mm.
battling Rock in his return to New York. There's like I see a lot of these younger guys trying to talk shit. And you can't don't get it confused. You couldn't stand in front of that version of me. All right. Don't think
Don't
just
get it
because
twisted. Don't get
I
it
was
twisted.
battling the guy that's returning the logo of battle rap in
Mm.
his return to New York that you could do anything with me.
Mm.
It's gonna look different in that case. Like, look at the standard. People say, "Oh, you lost." If people think I lost, right? You lost to arguably the greatest. Like,
But J Rock is the
so,
greatest.
so
He's
the
in
fuck
my Rushmore,
what?
man. J Rock
Yeah,
is that dude, man. He's that
I
dude.
think I think like look, I think if Rock had returned and this was maybe his third, fourth battle in New York, it would have been a little different. But look, I know this is what I'm walking into. Shit like this is giving everybody the same. My legacy is yo, he don't duck, no smoke. I battle rappers on their return. I battle rappers while they on 100. I battle rappers in 10 days prep or whatever. Like that's what I do. You know what I mean? I think me and Rock was a great battle. I think he definitely won in the building, 100%. And that's
Mm.
new to me in the last 3 years. I haven't lost in the building in about 3 years. You know what I
Since
mean?
Shine,
Since yeah, that was the last time I felt
you
like I
talk is
lost.
debatable. You talk is debatable in my opinion. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I
know,
mean?
but I'm saying like in the building,
Okay, in the building. Okay, right, right.
it didn't feel like I was there for the shot shit. Right? For the shot battle, that felt like, all right, I lost. Like in the
Right.
building, on camera, everything. Versus twerk, it felt like, yo, the crowd might have gave it to him, but
Mm-hmm.
they was still fucking with me. I still broke through that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I watch it back, I think I got the first and the second. Uh, edges on the second. I think I got the first pretty clearly with Twerk. But either
Mm-hmm.
way, it's a debatable. I don't care if you say he's winning. You know
Right.
what I mean? Twerk was on 100. You know what I
He
mean?
was.
Like
He was.
I'm battling people that are destroying other people when they on 100, and then I'm having good battles with them while they on 100. That's kind of saying something because it's not like a new guy on 100. It's somebody that's like, you know, they've been here for years. They're killers. They destroy people. They break the rules on people. You
Right.
know what I mean? So it was a stage masterclass from Rock. You know what I mean? But I definitely think it went how I thought it was gonna go. You know what I mean?
When Rock said in the first after when you elected to go first, right? He goes, "I like to get hit first." He fucked up. You would still do the same thing. You still go first if in hindsight, not playing 2020, right? Money,
Yes,
quarterback. Would you do the same thing?
I'm telling you, three. If he goes first, my rounds don't get the reception that they supposed to get. I'm
So why are people not grasping that? People are saying, "Oh, sick. Why are you doing that? Why?" A lot of people were mad at
because
you.
they're
Mad
not
at
battle
you.
rappers. They're not battle rappers. That's why.
Well, some battle rappers also said that.
Which ones?
Chess was in my show going crazy on you, real sick. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Chess is fucking crazy. Chess is fucking crazy. Y'all fighting. I'm trying to say, yo, hold on, Chess, relax. He's
Yeah,
fucking
because
crazy.
me and Chess are gonna battle soon. That's why. He threw a shot
Or
at
you should
me.
have
I threw a
saved
shot at
You
him.
should have saved the 32-piece chess ball you had. You should have saved that.
Nah, that was like one of the lightest ones I could think of.
Okay.
That was
Okay.
a quick little shot. It was fire though, wasn't it? Nobody said that 32
I
piece
like
hit the
that.
shit out before. I already know, man. Me and
Right,
Chess are gonna battle. Come on, we're gonna battle. That's gonna be a thing. You know what I mean? He called me out. I called him out. It was meant to be. You know what I'm
right, right,
saying?
right, right.
But of course, and Rock is his bro. Like I
Of course,
think
yeah.
I think I think you have to know how to steal. Like this is what Goods was talking about, right?
Mhm.
You got to know how to steal the crowd back from your opponent, and I can do that with other opponents, right? Rock in New York, there's maybe he said it, and he's a stage master too. There's a short list of people who can do that, and Goods is one of them.
Right.
Sean is probably another one.
Surf.
Twerk might be another one. Surf might be another one. Look at who we're naming.
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm
right. Big
saying?
dog, big dog, big dog.
Those not only that, just people with like 10 plus years of experience almost,
Mhm.
right? So like that stealing the crowd back shit doesn't only come with material. It comes with aura. It comes with uh, your status in the game. You know what I mean? You gotta be I can't forward time. I've only
Right,
been here 5 years. You know what I mean? He's been here forever. That's something he's always gonna have over me. So
right.
if I go first, at least the thing I can control is I know when I'm going and I know how the first half of the battle is gonna go.
Hmm.
I know I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna break through people trying not to react and make the crowd go crazy. He's gonna have a ridiculous first round, and then my second round, no matter what I write, I had some crazy shit in that second round.
Hmm.
No
Hmm.
matter what I write, because he just went in the building, I'm gonna be climbing back up. You know what I'm saying, for the rest of the round. And then
Right.
my third round is the round where it's like, hey yo, you don't want to rap about nothing else. And then I start doing all of that shit, breaking that shit down, talking to him, and then he comes back with, his gun bars and punchlines and shit like that, and leave it up to however you want to call it. This went. You see what I'm saying? This is the thought process right here. Now, if
Right, right,
he
right.
goes first, hey yo, and he's going crazy and he has all his bar shakes the building. My first is done. like and even my first was a crazy round. So I'm not saying like it wouldn't have got reaction at all. It just wouldn't have got reaction till like maybe midway through the round. Because I feel like then people would have to stop. That's when I would get the crowd back in the middle.
Well,
Whereas me going first, I got
mhm.
reaction the whole round. And now when people are judging, when people are watching it back, they're like, yo, when I first watched this, I might have had Rock. But six first was crazy. You know what I mean? And then
Have you?
now to think about it, he might have got the third. Yeah, that's the point. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah.
Did you watch the battle? Have you watched? Have you watched the battle at all?
I watched it. Yeah, I watched it once. I think on like Monday.
That's
I
it.
watched it through. Uh, cause I'm going to Canada and shit next week. I got a whole bunch of shit going on
Okay, you got
over
some.
there. But yeah, I watched it back. Um, yeah. Why? What were you gonna
No, I'm
say?
just saying. I mean, I'm always interested to see how you guys after a battle, how you guys look at the battle when you assess it afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah, I
all.
mean, yo,
That's good.
every battle, I always see shit I could have done differently. You know what I
Because
mean? Like,
some of your peers don't watch their battles. Chess don't watch his battles. Like a lot of these guys don't watch their. I'm like, how you don't watch your battles?
I don't know. I feel like that's like a
Some bullshit.
yeah. I feel that's either some bullshit or it's the way of disassociating. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I don't think Chess would watch him and Kyle back. I don't think Chess would watch if he tried to throw up him and Suge back. I don't think he would watch that. If I have one of those, I watch him back because I'm like, let me
Mm.
see what. Hey yo, that second round is teaching me a lot that I had against Rock. Because now I'm like, all right, the next time I battle somebody that has
Mm.
that ability,
Right.
what kind of round should be after? You know what I mean, or something or like not even that because I kind of know that already. The main thing is how I'm reacting when I'm in front of a crowd that just had Rock return go crazy and they need some you know what I mean different level kind of performance to be
Uh,
all right cool you know what I mean because I feel like in that first I mean in that second the first part of the second I was like getting a little bit and then by like the the yabba dabba do shit they were like reacting again you know what I
okay.
mean but that's like midway through but then there's still some other shit that I thought was crazy that they were just like not enough. You know what I mean? So
I see some people saying your approach is different compared to your other battles. Is that a fair assessment? How do you feel about that?
in what way?
I was people saying that usually you go for the kill. Some people say they feel like you didn't go for the kill in this
Mm.
battle compared to all other battles you had when you just out here just yoking people up almost. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like,
it's gonna look like that
okay,
when I'm battling Rock. That's why I keep saying like
it's Tay Rock,
I'm
right?
not. Look, this was not a small room battle. A small room battle, there would be no strategizing about the room to me. That's we already know that. And then Rock, I was talking about this with Rock. He was like, yeah, and then his delivery would be a little different. He would have been a little more fast paced and shit like that. And then like it's a different thing in a small room. When you on a stage, there is a different way that you gotta approach this shit.
Right, right, right,
I'm not rapping the same way that I'm rapping on a small. So if you think the way that I rap in a small room, my first of all, I was still doing that shit that I do. I was still rap. I had a whole dead in the middle of Little Italy shit. Like I had a whole, but I was still doing what I do. So don't
right,
get it twisted because a lot of people do switch up their style. I didn't switch my
right.
style up. Your approach has to change for a stage though, in the
Mm,
sense of with rock specifically, so many angles have been used against him
yeah.
that it's like if I'm battling him in front of a crowd that is his, I gotta have an angle that they could also be like, oh shit, that's actually true. Which is
Mm,
the third round, the door shit, the not rapping about something, the chain shit, all of that, right?
that was
Like
fine.
that's the kind of shit that's gonna work. I can't do the training. I didn't have any of the training bars. You know what I mean? Because like shit like that, like nobody's gonna fuck with. Like when it comes to that, and then
Right,
also on a stage, because I'm guessing what people are saying is like the angling. Like there's very on a stage, you got to be surgical with an angle. Like I
wow.
said, that's what I did in the third. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So like, it's just the approach of like, you know what I mean? Like it's a different way of attacking on the stage for sure. It got to be like that. But I didn't not go for the kill. I was
mm.
trying to get him to, especially in that first and that third. Like the second is the round that if I'm being critical of myself, I'm like, oh, I could have delivered this part better. I could have delivered this
Right,
part
right.
better, right? But again, I'm battling. Mind you, there's like I don't know if y'all notice on the camera, but there's probably like 8 rock fans that are all like around that are heckling me while I'm rapping. While
Wow,
I'm rapping, I'm hearing somebody say, that was trash. Then I'm
wow.
hearing like another person say, not enough. Then I'm hearing like another person say, and they only rock fans. You know how I know? Because they tried to start a 3-0 chant probably 8 times. And the crowd, I saw the crowd just look at them like, the fuck y'all talking about?
Right,
You know
right,
what I
right,
mean? So
right.
I know, and nothing against Rock. You know what I mean? He has fans like that. You know what I mean? There was probably fans like that all over the building that was
Yes,
just hyped to see
yeah.
Rock, right?
Mm.
So Rock did nothing wrong. I'm just saying he's not rapping with people heckling him and shit like that. So I'm saying that's what was going in the second to where I'm doing this and then people are saying shit like that to
Can,
me and I'm
can I
like
fuck
saying
with
the
you?
same.
Can I fuck with you mentally real sick while you rapping? You trying to be focused and somebody's heckling? How do you?
The thing that kept me in the zone was the crowd didn't agree. It
Okay,
was
all right,
just
I got
them. You know
you,
what I'm
got you,
saying?
got you,
Like
got you.
if the whole crowd starts saying some shit like that, that would be different. I ain't never experienced that. But
Right.
I'm telling you, it was probably like 8 people placed all through the crowd or whatever.
Mm,
But like that was the only part that I feel like messed my second up for me delivery wise because there's still people that gave me that second. I think
mm.
that second was a crazy round. I had some fire shit in there. The impact of the buckshot looked like Paul Prince.
Yeah, that
The
was
fucking I had some shit in there that was
yeah,
crazy.
you did. You
But
did.
uh, but yeah, that's the only thing I could see that I could have delivered different. This
Well,
battle doesn't go when I'm preparing. This is how I expected the battle to go, and then you know what I mean? So I prepared exactly how I thought it was gonna go. You know what
you
I
know,
mean?
True Four had you winning the battle, right?
Yeah, I saw.
He came on my show. He's like three. Well, look, me and Truth are texting during the battle.
Some of your favorites
Huh?
walked up to me after this battle. Some of your favorites. I'm not
Right.
talking about just my class because that's what people are trying. Some of your favorites said, "You got that." It's like,
But
bro,
why they
Rock
don't
is
say that
rock.
publicly though?
Rock is rock in New York.
Okay.
Because you seeing it on yo, I keep telling you, like the first time you watch it, most people are gonna have me losing because he had the
Mm.
crowd, he had the
Yeah.
building, and he performed better for sure, hundred
Yeah.
percent.
I give Rock his
But I
props.
keep but I keep saying I don't think he was saying better shit than me. So the people that are like feeling like that are like the few like I think I said this in my Uncle Ryan interview. I got this from some because somebody said, "Yo, the future is going to be very kind to you," and I said, "Appreciate that." And then so I said that in the Ryan interview because somebody had just said that to me. So if
Mm.
people are feeling like that, look, at the end of the day, I could feel how I feel. It doesn't matter. It's up to the culture. You know what I mean? If the culture says I lost, go ahead.
The
I,
general
ba- I
consensus.
battled
It's
I
hard to be
battled
general
Rock.
consensus, man.
I battled Rock in New York on his return. Like I appreciate that I gave him a fight. That I'm proud. I'm proud as shit of this material. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I tweeted that the other day. Um, but yeah, it's definitely been. Somebody came up to me after was like, "Yo, it's about time," because I was like, for in the sense of like, "Yo, for the last 3 years, you just been running over every. You at least you finally got punched in the mouth." And I was like, I guess I feel like there was some rounds that was crazy that I had to. Nitty second was crazy. You know what I mean? Ilmax third. I feel like I still had some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
go
Because I
ahead.
saw Rock saying that on the interview. He was like, "Oh, he didn't." I guess I'm paraphrasing now. I guess he didn't know your streak was that long. And I keep
Oh
saying
yeah,
this.
yeah,
I kept saying this a lot for the last a year and some change now. I felt like your streak and Av's streak was not being highlighted enough in terms of a lot of battles you brothers be winning a lot of these battles, man.
yeah.
I don't think we understand as fans. We don't really grasp how hard it is for y'all to win a battle. Y'all gotta write it. We don't really sit there because we're not the writers, right?
Yeah.
When we sit and think about it, like, bro, the brother been out here going crazy, son. You can't win them
People.
all, right? Like,
Yeah, yeah. Like that's the part. Like some of the people that I seen talking shit after the battle, it's like, yeah, because everything is so recency bias. It's kind
yes.
of like, hey yo, you don't realize like if you talking about my clear losses, you talking about 3 years ago, and then if you think I thought Rock, if you think Rock won, that
Your
shit
win
is
loss resume
three.
is fire, brother. Your win loss resume is
It's crazy, and then
like that.
also
Like that.
my losses are 3 years apart. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about? Like, that's why I don't get these dudes that are just they think they
Ilmac,
seen
A Ward,
something
Arsenal. I don't see you.
disaster.
That's
Come
the
on, like, bruh, like,
Win Nitty was a baby
so
too. It was a close battle, also. I think though, but I edged you in the battle. But some people might have given Nitty, but I thought you were dope in that battle also.
yeah,
Even though I feel
no,
like you from Nitty could have been. I thought we should still be talking about that battle for whatever reason. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I feel like me and Nitty. Um, if me and Nitty was on like a Summer Madness or a Volume or
Okay.
something like that, then it would have been. You know what I mean? It's an app joint. But that event was crazy, and we was battling the night that night. Um, but anyway,
Mm.
hey, if I could, like I said, if I could battle Rock did amazing. It was an
Yeah.
honor to stand in front of that. You know what I mean? Like that was dope to see, and his ad libs are hilarious. You know what I mean? While I'm standing there, I'm trying not to laugh at some of the shit he
Acknowledge
did.
me.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
It's hilarious.
But it did teach me that too. Like the thing I did learn about
Mm.
stages that I didn't know, because everything else I was like, oh, all right, I know this, I know this, I
Still
know this.
learning. He's still learning.
Yeah, the thing that I learned is sometimes talking shit after a bar can make the can make a regular reaction a room shake. It's like adding the extra oil in the pan. You know
Rock
what I'm
has
saying?
learned that. He's learned that to a fucking T, man.
I
He's
was like, yo,
he
that shit is
mastered that to
fire.
a T. All
Yeah,
right, go.
yeah, yeah,
Easy's mastered that also. I feel like those brothers have really mastered
for
that
sure.
and everything like that.
Yeah,
Um, Chess, is that a battle you want?
come on, of course.
Because I had to defend you. I was like, yo, dog, he ain't get body, Chess. Go watch my Chess and Eunice. I had him on my show. And they were like, he got body. I'm like, dog, he ain't get body, dog. Relax, Chess. You got 3-0
Yeah.
chance. Even I don't think he deserved the 3-0 chance, whatever. But
Uh-huh.
the brother didn't get 3-0 chance like the rest of y'all, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
That I feel like that's it, bro. Like, do
he was
you
talking
know how the
crazy.
crowd has to feel
Mhm.
to on Rock's return to not give him 3-0 chance? That means I did my thing, bro. Like that's what that means. That's
Mhm.
why I don't get some of these dudes talking shit. Y'all would have got 2-0 chance. Y'all would have got 1-0 chance. Y'all would have got 3-0 chance. Y'all would have got no reaction after
Mhm.
he went or before he went. Like, I knew how to break through that. That's the skill. I was talking about this with one of the homies while I was prepping, and
Mhm.
I was like, "Yo, I know if I go first, because this was a discussion for like a week and a half." Then
Right.
I was like, "Yo, should I go first? Should I go first? What if I go second? Whatever." And I hit up some, you know what I mean, some top tiers and shit
Right. Right.
who don't want to be named or whatever. But the they all said the same thing. Hey, yo, whenever he goes, it's gonna be hard to get this crowd back, especially when it doesn't matter what you got. Whenever he goes, I need 5 more years on my jacket for it to be like a, you know what I mean. So with what I got, like, and the material was there, you know what I mean. It's just the other shit, the performance shit and shit like that, that I feel like he did better than me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, the strategy worked. The strategy worked. I know what I'm doing. And again, I'm not doing this ain't no regular battle. You know what I'm saying? Like
Not a
I'm
regular battle at all.
that's why I said a Hall of Famer on Hall of Fame settings. Like that's who
Right.
I'm battling. Like, yeah, so don't get it twisted. There's still a lot of y'all couldn't have done that.
Remind the
You know
people
what I
how
mean?
many big battles, how many big stage battles you had in your career so
I
far.
mean,
Disaster,
what does big stage count as? Like,
Diz, Pat, right?
yeah, Diz, Pat,
Art.
Sean Rock, Ars wasn't on the
No,
stage.
I say Av.
Yeah, Av was on the stage. Twerk was on the stage. DNA was on the stage.
Your name.
Uh, I'm trying to think, but it was a stage, but it was like probably 300 people in there or something like that. You know what I mean?
Okay, okay.
If we're talking big stages, yeah.
Can Chess beat you?
Uh, I don't think so.
You don't think
Especially
so?
after this, especially after yeah,
Yeah.
can anybody can do
Right,
anything.
right, right, right,
You
right,
know what
right.
I mean?
Will he?
Chess, look, I respect Chess. The reason I've been calling him out is because he's one of my favorites. I love the way he
I love that.
writes.
That's my little bro right there. I love that
Yeah,
dude, man.
I love how he raps, all of
Mm,
that shit. But I mean, I feel like there's a reason he called me out and I called him out. You know what I mean? I know he called out a whole bunch of other people too and shit, but bruh, yeah, yeah. He's going wherever we battle, it's gonna be that. And you know what he's gonna do whenever he battles people, you know what I mean, with religious backgrounds. He just researches like
Saga,
every
Saga, he
yeah.
was wild.
he's he's gonna be wilding on he
Yeah,
wild with Loso too.
those so
So
too.
he's gonna find out shit about being sick and have
Yeah,
crazy
and
rounds
flip it.
about it and all of that. So
Mm,
yeah, bro. I mean, it's gonna be one of them ones when it happens. But whoever I battle next, bro, because some of y'all is pissing me off, and now it's going into the pen. Because now it's like, hey yo, like again, that's why I said internet is not the real place. I got off, and everybody's like, "Yo, John, what the Smack said, bro? You always deliver." Like everybody's telling me I did amazing, and then I get online, and it's like, "Yo, what battle was y'all watching, bro?"
Twitter different,
Look,
my guy. Twitter's
look,
different. Boy.
yeah, but hey, yo, look again. If y'all got Rock winning, if that's the end of my streak, great person to lose it against. You know what
That's
I
a
mean?
fact. I would agree with
It's
that. I would agree.
rock in New York. I didn't lose it to some random in a small venue somewhere. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
if y'all felt like I lost, I'm not going to debate y'all. Salute to y'all. Rock did enough to make people feel like that.
yeah.
Rock was crazy. Rock
Mm,
wasn't slouching. You know what I
mm,
mean? He took it 100% serious. I got nothing bad to say about Rock. Salute to Rock. Thank you
mm.
for that. I think I got the first and third though.
All right. Um, Summer Madness. Is that something you want?
Absolutely.
So,
I said we could do chess, we could do T top. I'm trying to think. Like who else over on URL would be like a good battle? Who do you think on URL would be a
I
good
like you
battle?
in chess.
I
I
think
like
me
you.
and Chess is the
Yeah,
one
I do. I do.
for sure.
You
You
and
know what's
Eunice.
crazy? Somebody said I heard somebody say me and Calico would be a good one, and
You
I
and
never
Cal.
thought
What
about that
about that Sick? You and Cal, fam. Hmm.
because the rap, because the way we rap.
Hmm.
Somebody told me that I was like, oh shit, that's a good battle. Uh,
I never thought about you and Cal ever in life, though. I never thought I sat down and thought about
Me
my man
neither. I
Cal.
never thought about that, and then somebody I forgot who said it, but I was like, oh
You know
shit,
what? You
that's
and Hollow got to see each other at some point too. At
me and
some point.
Hollow. We would have to want. You know what I mean? Because like Hollow's one of the guys that's been, you know what I mean, giving me advice behind the scenes and shit like
Okay, so
that.
that's the
Like
family. Okay.
I'm super cool with Hollow. I don't think we would ever
Okay.
battle. He
Okay.
doesn't think we would ever battle. You know what I mean? But it's not like a skill thing. You know what I mean? He was just telling me how crazy he thought me and Ilmac was. You know what I mean? So it's not that. It's just yeah, we chop it up a lot like
Right.
outside of that. So I don't know. It's kind of like the same thing with like people were saying with me and Big K. But
Mm.
me and Hollow's a little cooler than me and Big K. But me and Big K is still cool. You know what I mean? So like
You and Trez haven't battled yet, right?
yeah. So Trez could happen.
Mm.
Um, Me and Eunice gotta happen. Uh,
Yes, I agree with that.
yeah, he's doing. Yo, I'm super proud of him, bro. He's going
Mm.
crazy. He did great that night.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, he's been standing in my corner. So shout out to him. You know what I mean for that. I know what he's doing. I know he's studying. He's standing there like, all right, let me see
He's
how this
scouting. He's
going.
scouting. He was scouting. He was scouting. He was scouting. Absolutely scouting. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nah, he got a bright future, man. I'm excited. So yeah, me and him definitely got a battle. But if we're looking next steps, yeah, me and Ill Will gotta happen. You
Mm.
know what I mean? Me and Ill Will, me and Chess. Those are the ones I'm thinking of right now. And then me and Easy gotta happen sometime too.
Mm. Okay. 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 Okay.
That's what I'm thinking of right now.
Listen, TBL is making announcements though. I know you can't announce if you are not on the card. I hope you're on that TBL card. I would like to see you on there.
Looks like a crazy card.
They announced Hollow and Swamp about an hour ago.
Yup, yup. Yo, shout out to TBL, bro. They
Yeah.
doing amazing things. Chilla, Kenny, all of them. You know what I mean? They definitely feeding the streets.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My brother, listen, man. Win, lose, or draw, man. You still that guy. Don't ever get it twisted. You are that guy.
Appreciate you.
You are a
Thank
fresh
you.
battle rap. You mean I know deep down you're a hip hop head also. That's why I got my love
Absolutely.
for you and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Compared to a lot of these guys. You know what's funny? Easy said that in terms of rapping, he said on his blog that no one can really out rap you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Rock winning, but he said in terms of rapping, a lot of cats can't rap better than you.
Right.
You
Shout
know what I'm
out shout out to him for that. Yeah, I mean I think that's like a that goes into like when people are watching this how they're gonna score the battle. You know what I
saying?
mean?
Okay.
Like that's why I said I don't think he was saying better shit than me. What I'm saying is I don't think he was rapping better than me. But
Mm.
I have enough IQ to know that that's not enough to win a battle. You know
Okay.
what I mean? So for some people, so some people might watch it and be like, Rock had the crowd,
Mm.
Rock had the energy, Rock had the
Right.
performance, so Rock won. But there's a whole other side of the culture that's gonna say Rock had the room, but six this bar this material was better. He was rapping better. He was you know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's the beautiful part about this, about there not being judges. People are gonna discuss the shit they like about battle rap. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
yeah,
My brother, I appreciate you as always, man. You know how we rock, man.
of course, bro.
My
Salute,
guy, man.
my guy.
Jersey. Shout out to my brother, Real Sick. I know the vibes already.